Right, so this week is a bit of a different video. I'm going to talk about an experiment that I did recently. So, fermenting foods are in, right? Why? Well, number one, it's easy to do at home. Number two, it helps preserve food and transforms it into new, interesting textures and flavors. And three, most importantly, it's very good for you as it provides lots of pro and sometimes prebiotics, which means healthy gut bacteria and food to feed that gut bacteria. So, as we know, healthy gut bacteria does a hell of a lot for our body and our mind. All this to say, I'm fully behind fermenting foods, but I've just never tried to do it myself. So I thought I would start with the classic method of lacto fermentation. Fortunately, as is often the case with me, I had to start with something complicated and unusual rather than just try my hand at a well-reviewed kimchi recipe online. So I thought to myself, strawberries are in season, I wonder what they're like fermented. I bet that would be delicious to have with a cheese in a salad. So here I go trying to lacto ferment some strawberries. I thought I would try both sliced and whole and both dry and wet brine to see what method works best. So I followed a few tutorials online and decided to go for a 2.5% salt solution for my sliced strawberries and then to go for a 3% brine for my whole strawberries. I used the jars that I had on hand and did my best to keep them submerged. For the whole ones I used a smaller jar lid on top, and for the sliced ones I used some baking beans because that's what I had on hand. And yes, just enjoyed the leftover strawberries as is. They were delicious. Left them for about 5 days and burped them every day. This bit was pretty underwhelming. I was expecting a full-on fizz. I went outside and everything, and there were some bubbles, but just not as much as I expected. There were more as the days went on, and eventually they did start to smell different, a bit more fermented, a bit more like sauerkraut, and they started to fizz more. Right, time to try these. Fizzing away. Gosh, it's really fizzy. They've completely lost their colour. Smells. Ooh. That one's a no from me. Let's try the other one. The beans out. Okay, so this one smells more vinegary. Still got some crunch to them, which I wasn't expecting. Better. Not sure it's worth the effort though. Key takeaways. Number one, make sure that you think ahead of time what jars you're going to use and how you're going to keep stuff submerged. Don't just wait till the last minute and think on the go, because it's difficult. 2, for strawberries, I preferred slicing and using a dry salt brine, just salting them. I thought that gave a better end flavour and texture. and it worked quite well in a salad, not really with cheese because it was already really salty, but more as kind of the vinaigrette element in a salad. It was really nice. But 3, my key takeaway is that strawberries are really delicious as they are, and I'd rather eat them as is. But curious to see what else I can try to ferment. Feel free to leave a comment if you've got any suggestions and you want to see more kind of experimental videos like this one. It was just a bit of fun, and make sure to subscribe for more videos every week, including some recipes, and make sure to check out my website, which has got lots of healthy seasonal recipes on there, which is linked in the description.